Literature Review by Samantha Williams. The article, How the Historical Context is Absorbed into the Language of Comic Books for Children, The Case of Greek Tragedies Adaptation by Moula Evangelia. Why comic books? Comic books have been in circulation since the early 1900s. They became popular with the publishing of Superman in 1938 and Captain Marvel in 1939. Comic books have a history of being created around historical or current events. An example would be Captain America, who was created during World War II. Captain America, Steve Rogers, is a hero that was created to fight with the Allies in the United States against Hitler and Red Skull. Comic books help connect the student to the character. It creates a bridge between real life and fiction, and it engages the student and makes reading a fun learning experience, not only in the classroom, but at home as well. The article focuses on the adaptation of classic Greek tragedies into comic books. It expresses why these adaptations are useful and important, and that it should not be the use of mythology in new stories, but that the classics should just be shortened and adapted into something for current young adults to study. The author gives focus to the meaning behind these stories and the connections between the real world, the story, and the character. The author expresses how the use of the classics adapted into comic books can be used to encourage critical thinking by students, as well as to push them to make connections between the language and the art. Classic Greek mythology also teaches important lessons that can be adapted to fit current trends and events. The author cites the use of Hercules, Achilles, and Odysseus in her article to explain ways that comic books can be used to teach important lessons to students. The art versus the language. An example of the use of art to depict a character's true thought is the use of Iphigenia. Iphigenia is the character cited within the article. She has a comic book that was written in the early 2000s, and in it depicts Iphigenia going to her father, King Agamemnon, and saying that she will give her life for Greece so that Agamemnon can go to war with Troy. Though she says this and she is agreeing to do as Agamemnon would like, in the frame for the comic book, we see that Iphigenia's colors are darkened, her shoulders are slumped, and she's being depicted in a way that shows that she is in despair and does not wish to do what she says she is going to do. The difference between Iphigenia's words and her image can be connected to current attitudes about patriotism and war. She has a love for her country and her father, but she does not understand the need to go to war. The art in the comic book urges the readers to connect with the character and connect the character and their story to something that is happening in their own lives. The art and the dialogue pushes the reader to ask, what is the character really thinking? Why are they making this decision? Why Greek tragedies? Greek tragedies have been used to teach the importance of humility, of reconciling differences, of compassion over all else, as well as the connections that can be made between heroes and villains. The story of Odysseus teaches perseverance. The story of Hercules and his great labors teaches overcoming tragedy. There is Achilles and his great strength, along with his great weakness. These are important lessons to learn in life and things that can be easily taught through the use of Greek tragedies and the use of comic book language and comic book illustration. Thank you for your time today. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. My name is Samantha Williams once again. Thank you.